On first down, Browning got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 more on that one, and another first down. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle, and he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player, and not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On first down, Browning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Browning. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Lindsey is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. At the 3-yard line. Again, it's Lindsey, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Mariota now to throw on first down. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You look at this defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bisons have retaken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cox. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First down, Mariota. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Give to Hall running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, Mariota. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Paul on a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Paul again on 2nd down. Stiff-armed him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
A first down throw for Mariota. That's caught out left by Perriman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Now Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A give to Drake running left. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marcus Mariota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bisons are able to widen their advantage.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Browning. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Browning. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mariota now from the 50. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mariota now. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
To the air again. Mariota. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
Mariota eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now Browning. A little check down to Lindsey. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, Browning. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Travis Jones makes a tackle. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Browning. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Browning. This is caught. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Black Knights have got it back to within a score. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead will shrink to 6. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Drake. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards to pick up there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throw left side, there's London. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
A gain of 13 yards. And a real first down.
Mariota on first down. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Under pressure, they got him again. Leonard Williams make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Browning's throw complete there to Moore. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Browning, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Running room at the 50. Look out. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Mariota toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On play action, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
3rd and goal, Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brashad Perriman laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bisons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Browning. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mariota's throw complete there to Pyramid. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st down, Mariota. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And the Rio 1st down.
To throw is Mariota. Outright and brought in by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mariota again. Again, he finds Moore. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He gets it underneath to Hall. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his 1st catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd down, Mariota. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bisons are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. On the return, Williams. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Browning. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Oakland. First down.
On 1st and 10. Browning. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing on 1st down. Browning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw again. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
That's another Oakland 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake. Browning. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He finds his man complete. That's Banks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Over the middle, Dorsett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Browning. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Shoves him aside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A give, running right is Hall. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Play fake, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in from a touchdown. Drake London, 74 yards. And the Bisons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Browning. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This now a 3rd and 4. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To throw, Browning. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Paul again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Up the middle they go with Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram, his 2nd sack of the night. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Mariota. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Drake. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Browning. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Cox. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Browning. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On the counter, it's Hall. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. 44 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
To throw on second and 10. Browning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for an Oakland first down. First and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Oakland first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Second and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Rio, they get back to 500 at 8-8 with 1 game remaining. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their struggles continue. It's an 11th loss to go with just 5 wins. And they will look to turn it around next time out. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.